Elastic is a search company, not in the Google type way, but they provide search tools to, you can think of it as an internal workplace search engine. Their platform allows you to log and index data and then go back through and search the data, analyze it, visualize it. So search is kind of the tool they put at the center of these various use cases. And just to give a couple examples on how it's used, you can use the Elasticsearch to put a search box in an application or a website. Shopify, the help documentation on Shopify's site is powered by Elastic. Mercado Libre's seller listings are powered by Elastic. So when they want to go in and update a price or find all their listings that they have on the platform, that's powered by Elasticsearch. And because they're logging and indexing data, that also has applications for observing network performance and application performance, or just generalized infrastructure performance. And so IT teams can use that to identify problems, resolve them. Security analysts can do the same to identify threats and then remediate them. But the big thing is Elastic is a search company, and they use that functionality for a lot of different use cases. So I'm going to share my screen one more time here, and we're going to look at their most recent results. So this first slide, let me try and make it a little bit bigger. So revenue growth in the, so this is the first quarter of fiscal 2022. So revenue growth came in at 50%. And so that number was 193 million, up 50% from the prior year. But one of the company's growth strategies is to expand usage of Elastic Cloud. And this is its software as a service product. And lots of industries, lots of enterprises are shifting resources to the cloud. And so management thinks this is a great opportunity for them to grow this product. And in that product, they actually grew 89% with Elastic Cloud. So this product is growing faster than the overall business, which is a good sign. It shows that the management has a good feel for their growth strategy, and they're executing on it. One of the things that investors should pay attention to with this company is its ability to grow customers, and its ability to grow its customer base and expand within its customer base are two more big pillars of management's growth strategy. So with that in mind, they reached 16,000 subscription customers during the most recent quarter, and not all of those customers are actually using Elastic Cloud. So they generate subscription revenue from on-site deployments too, and on-site deployments represent the majority of the way that customers are consuming Elastic right now. To put the Elastic Cloud number in perspective, revenue from Elastic Cloud was about 62 million in the first quarter. So that's about 32% of total revenue, but they are making progress. Last year, that number was 27%, and the year before, it was 22%, and the year before that, it was 17%. So they are moving up the curve there. And then the last thing I'll note is that they're gaining traction with some of these bigger customers. They have 780 customers with an annual contract value of over $100,000 now. And that number is up 24% over the prior year. And then one other thing, at the end of fiscal 2021, so the end of the last quarter, they actually had 75 customers that have an annual contract value of over $1 million, and that was up from 50. So they are adding new customers, but they're also growing with these bigger customers, which is a good sign. And then down here, management notes that their net expansion rate was slightly below 130%. And this is the way they phrased it in the previous quarter as well. So coming into 2020, they would note in their SEC filings that their expansion rate was over 130%, and it had been for the previous 3 years. And then last year it dipped below 130, and that's where it stayed during this quarter. But that's still strong expansion. Customers are still spending more each year. So the business is gaining traction. Let's see here. One positive note in terms of profitability, the company they generated positive free cash flow for the first time last year, and they maintained that into the first quarter of this year with 12.4 million of free cash flow. They also have a strong net cash position. They have just under $1 billion in cash and equivalents on their balance sheet, and that's compared to about 566 million in debt. So net cash position there. And let's see, during the earnings call, management mentioned that they expect revenue to reach $1 billion, annualized revenue to reach $1 billion by fiscal 2023. So that's not this year, but the following year. That's not incredible growth, but it is strong growth over that period. Let's see. Over the trailing 12 months, they've generated somewhere in the $600 million range. So over the next 2 years, they expect that to jump up to over $1 billion. So they do have, they are optimistic about the future prospects of the business. And it looks like we have a few more seconds here. So one other thing I wanted to throw in real quick is management's going pretty hard at the cybersecurity or the security solutions provided through the Elastic, and they did make 2 acquisitions very recently. They acquired CMD and Build.Security, and these kind of play into what they call their limitless extended detection and response platform that they just released. And so this platform, it unifies security information and event management, and it has endpoint protection, and now it's pulling cloud security with these 2 recent acquisitions in it. So management sees that as a big growth driver. Cybersecurity is a pretty hot topic right now. So I like the way they're thinking about that.
Yeah, Trevor, I noticed as I went through the Elastic, presentations and the earnings call, and they talk about being a search company. But some of those, as you pointed out, some of the use cases for search company are helping figure out bugs and track down issues in their IT system, because their software is basically set up to peer into all of the applications that you have across your enterprise. And so they seem to be doing a little bit of kind of competing with Datadog as well.
Right. I think they're very similar. I think Datadog has a little bit more. I think they're a little bit more, have a more robust solution on the application performance monitoring side of things. But that's exactly right. Elastic, they're very good at logging and indexing this information, and then allowing you to search through it for various purposes. And one final anecdote. So there's a site, DB Engines, that ranks various databases. But you can actually go into the workplace search engine, and Elastic is the leader by a good margin. So Splunk takes second place there. Elastic is the most popular workplace search engine according to DB Engines.